everybody. I wanted to take a minute and go over how to create a quiz in Canvas for those of you who have never done it or aren't sure how to do it. This is another option that you could do for your students who are trying to opt in for a letter grade versus the PZ default grading system. And I found that this is actually a great way for students to respond quicker than sending an email. So I'm just showing you how to do this if you've never done it. Again, if you are familiar, feel free to stop watching the screencast. This is an option that might be better for you than trying to keep a spreadsheet of all your different courses and students and or trying to collect all the different emails and figuring out which class they belong to. So this is not something you have to do. But other options that come my way, I want to make sure I share them with you for options that you could then do in your Canvas course. So I decided to do a quiz, and I have noticed that of the option between quiz and sending an email, my students are responding to the quiz a lot more than they are to the email. So I'll show you how I did mine, and then you can play around with it and decide if you want to do a similar one or none at all. So I have a sandbox here, and this is just so I can show you how to create a quiz. So once you're in the home page of the course that you need, you will click quizzes over here on the left. Once you've clicked quizzes, you will see all your quizzes that you currently have. Again, mine's a sandbox, I don't have any. So up on the right, you'll hit quiz. Once you're here, you will see this page show up. You have two tabs you need to generate. First, you have to fill in all the details for the quiz, and then you're going to provide the question. So we're going to do the details page first. You need to name your quiz. And I named my quiz, I believe, Final Grade Option Quiz. Something to that nature. Then in this box, you're going to have the instructions. This is everything that you want to provide, if I could type. This is everything you want to provide to your students before they take the quiz. So any kind of information that you feel is important for them to know. In an email that I will use to follow this up with, I will put my instructions here for you. So if that helps, you could copy and paste what I did. Feel free to take it if you need to, but absolutely you don't have to. Once you've got your instructions, you'll scroll down and you can decide if you want this to be a graded quiz. You can select what you want. You also can select the group where you want your quiz to show up. So in your drop-down menu, I'm sure you have more than just assignments, so you could move your graded quiz to your quizzes or to your assignments group, to wherever you want. This is just to hopefully get students to opt into the letter grade, so all the criteria here is not really needed, but feel free to do what you want with it. Then down here, you're going to want to make sure you put a due date. I made mine for 5:00 p.m. on April 30th because that's a calendar week before the end of the semester. Don't hit save yet because then you have to come up and still add your question. So once you're done with the details, you're going to click questions. From here, you're going to add new question. So from here now, you've got a drop-down menu. You can choose any kind of quiz that you want to give. And then what you'll have to do is whatever quiz you pick, you will then have to complete the subsequent boxes that follow. For the one that I did, I chose an essay question, only because that was just the easiest thing for me to do. Doesn't mean it's going to be the easiest format for you. So once I had my essay question, then this is the place where I am going to actually put my question. This is my question that I want students to answer to get the points. Then you want to make sure you put however many points you're going to make it worth. I highly recommend you don't make it a lot of points because this is not to penalize students. It's just to be an incentive for them to opt into the grading system. I made my quiz 1 point. And again, it's not going to harm their grade. And if they don't complete the quiz, they're not going to be penalized for it. It is just an incentive to get a higher response. So once you've got your points, you've got your question, then you have to hit update question. You have to click update question because if you don't, then what's in this box will not save. So you hit update question, and then you'll see your question right here when you're done. When you're completely done with that, you're going to go down and click one of these options. If you're not ready for students to see it, you'll click save. If you are ready for your students to see it and start completing it, you're going to hit save and publish. Once you've done that, you will see your entire quiz plus all the criteria for your quiz below. You can preview the quiz here. if you want to see what it's going to look like. And then you can go back and edit the quiz if you made a mistake. And those are the ways that you can adapt the quiz before you have students take it. Once my quiz was finalized, I put an announcement out to my students letting them know that I had a quiz available for them to complete in order to be able to opt into a letter grade. So that's it for how to create a quiz. I hope that helps. Good luck.